In 1957, Omega introduced 3 new collections, including the legendary Omega Speedmaster. However, this watch wouldn't become a household name until the mid-60s, thanks to its role in NASA's space program.
The Eagle has landed.
Due to the watch being so popular, Omega has released numerous limited editions of the Speedmaster, such as the Speedy Tuesday 1 and the Speedy Tuesday 2, also known as the Ultraman. The Speedmaster is probably the most popular model among our colleagues here at Chrono24, so we thought we'd ask a few of them to share their stories about their timepiece. We also prepared a fun little surprise for them to test their loyalty to their watch. So let's see what they have to say. So what did you bring with you today?
The normal Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch.
Speedy Tuesday, the first edition.
Speedy Tuesday 2.
Speedmaster Professional. It's the standard Moonwatch. Minor scratches on the Hasselite, but, well, you know, polywatch.
An open back case, which I choose. I prefer to see the movement working. I find it's fantastic to see it.
What's your story? Like, why did you decide to buy this particular Speedmaster?
You know, at the beginning you're kind of attracted to the standard watches that everyone knows, the Speedmaster being one of them. Then you kind of go off on tangents and you find other watches that are not so popular and you think, well, maybe this is it and this is it. But the longer I searched and the more I learned also about the history of the watches, I just came to the conclusion that the Speedmaster is the way to go.
What watch can be more special? Like, of course, the Omega, which was the first watch on the moon. But beside of that amazing story that this watch has, I think it's a beautiful chronograph. The shape and the size is perfect. And when I put it on the wrist, because a friend of mine had it, I directly fell in love with this watch. This tachymeter scale, which looks like a bezel, it's amazing. This is basically why I decided to buy the Omega Speedmaster.
I was searching for a long time for a Speedmaster, and then the Speedy Tuesday first edition came out in 2016. I totally fell in love with this edition. It was a perfect match because I really liked the Snoopy strap on it. And yeah, here we are.
When I was looking for mechanical watches, I fell in love with the Speedy immediately, but it was kind of too expensive back in the days, and I decided to buy a Longines Hydro Conquest first, and then I had the chance to get hands on a Speedy Tuesday 2 3 months ago, and yeah, hopefully it's only the first piece of my collection.
Some people are afraid of buying hand-wound watches. Have you ever had this fear?
Absolutely not. The manual movement makes me, it gives me a better connection to the watch because I have to do something every time I wear it.
And it takes not that long actually, it's like 20 seconds and that's it. So
I wind it with my whole finger, so I go like this. And I'm done in 20 seconds.
It's great to just, as a routine in the morning, wind the watch.
Every time I do wind it, I kind of admire it again.
I hear that sound and I feel connected to me.
The clicks, you know, the fine clicks of it's beautiful almost. Man, philosophical today.
A lot of people connect NASA and the moon landing with the Speedmaster. Did it play a role in your decision-making when you went for the Speedmaster?
Well, no. The history of the watch doesn't play that big role in my decision.
It is a really cool story, yes, of course, but it was not my buying decision.
A part of the watch is the history connected to the moon landing, so yes.
The moon thing is, it's cool to tell people when they, you know, to convince them, yeah, well, this is an important watch and it's okay that I spent way too much money on it. But it doesn't really tickle me that much.
You have your Speedmaster and you have 5 watches on the tray. When you remove the cover, is there one watch on the tray that I would say, okay, let's do a trade now, watch for watch? Which one would that be?
I would definitely go for this one because it has the classy vintage look already.
The Snoopy, I think it's a very cool watch.
Yeah, I want them, but not in exchange for my Ultraman.
I think obviously I would go for the silver Snoopy.
The Ultraman.
I would probably take it to sell it, and then I would buy myself the Speedy Tuesday 1.
Hashtag Flipper Life.
Hashtag Flipper Life. Well, how do you think I got that?